I wanted to go up there in 2007 to play with Tom Brady. I studied this man. I know what he stands for, his work ethic, everything that we just said up here.
He's one of my biggest idols, somebody who I look up to, who's inspired me throughout my life.
You cannot, you cannot deny that he's one of the greatest, and he's putting up outstanding numbers. This would be ring number 6 for him, and he makes everybody better around him.
In the NFL, greatness is earned in moments when the pressure is unbearable and the margin for error is gone. Over 2 decades, one quarterback made those moments his comfort zone. Championships piled up, comebacks became routine, and an entire era of football was shaped by one relentless standard of preparation and belief. This isn't just about rings or records, it's about what the greatest players to ever step on the field saw firsthand, from rivals, teammates, and legends of the game.
Yeah, I think there was always just great respect kind of on the perception of things. I could tell Tom Brady was a guy that, I said he's got to watch a lot of film. I can tell he spends time with his receivers, working on timing after practice. I didn't really know that, I just assumed that. And then you play in a Pro Bowl together, right? And you spend time in Hawaii together. You play in a charity golf tournament together. You spend time with them. You have dinner together, and you realize that he is doing those things. And the next thing you know, we're kind of talking about ideas and how we watch film and sort of not giving away all the secrets, but trying to improve each other's craft. And so it's been a special friendship. And I think it's important to have respect for the opponent. You want to beat them, you want to do the best you can for your team, but respect the guys you're playing against. That's an important part of it.
When you watch him, you see it. The poise, the control, the way the game slows down. That's something every quarterback studies.
I played the New England Patriots the other night, and just so happened I was there. I had a front row seat, right? But Tom Brady came to you, and Tom Brady said to you, I want to know, what was your emotions? Because I heard you earlier in the week talking about preparing for the GOAT. You called him the GOAT. He has 6 rings. He's on the. But what was that moment like for Lamar Jackson?
When I was on the field, it wouldn't hit me. I'm trying to compete. When I touch that field, my goal is to come out with victories, and that's what I wanted to do. I really, like I said before, I didn't care who I was playing against. Tom Brady, the GOAT of all GOATs, 6 Super Bowls, 20 years doing it. The guy he's still playing like he's a 2nd-year player, 3rd-year player, like he's a young guy in the league still. You can't take nothing from him. It was crazy. I know we'll see him again, so just got to prepare.
The game evolves every year. Systems change. Athletes get faster, smarter, more dynamic. But certain standards never move. True greatness becomes the blueprint, studied by the next generation, respected across eras, and carried forward by those who understand what it really takes to win.
Retired from the game, but guess why he came back? To play with Tom Brady. Antonio Brown, everything that he's been through, he wanted to come back to the game to play with who? Tom Brady. And them not the only two. I wanted to go up there in 2007 to play with Tom Brady. I studied this man. I know what he stands for, his work ethic, everything that we just said up here is all the positive things that says about Tom Brady, and being able to still adapt with Tom Brady or him adapting with them. It's a good thing because you see the game changing and evolving right before our eyes, and Tom Brady is still able to perform at a high level. In our game today, going into the 21st century, man, the sky's the limit for Tom. I don't know how many years he has left. Give me about 5 more, Tom.
The game evolves every year. Systems change. Athletes get faster, smarter, more dynamic. But certain standards never move. True greatness becomes the blueprint, studied by the next generation, respected across eras, and carried forward by those who understand what it really takes to win.
Ever since I can remember, I've been watching Tom Brady. He's one of my biggest idols, somebody who I look up to, who's inspired me throughout my life. And it's just been this way for as long as I can remember. This has been the team to beat. It's been the team that everybody, has their eyes on because they are the best. And Belichick has just done a phenomenal job over there in running it and getting the team exactly how he wants them. So you're gonna have to bring your A+ game. Brady's the GOAT, and I know we've done some GOAT cloning. So I think that I think there's something going on. He's not human to be, playing the way he's still playing, mentally prepared every single game, decisive decisions, knows how to manage a game. plays offense and defense with the way that he plays. He's just very smart. He's the best to ever do it. I don't think anybody can really argue it. He's just the greatest. So I definitely want some of the water that he's drinking. Hopefully, that's who everyone. I know for me as well. We all are inspired to be like him.
You don't define an era by luck or noise. You do it by answering every challenge, season after season, moment after moment. When the stakes are highest, the league doesn't look for excuses. It looks for the standard that never breaks.
But, obviously Tom's a great talent. And who would have... People ask me about what I thought was going to happen when he got to Tampa, and I said, well, I don't expect to see anything any different. I mean, look what they've done for him down there. They've given him some opportunity that he was looking for to have more say in what he's doing. He added that knucklehead right there to his team, and he seems to be getting going right now. And the weapons around him are crazy. And if you get Gronk and him going again when they're in the red zone, which they love to do, until it starts happening on the field and you start seeing it, and Tom has to teach it and what he's looking for to those guys. And so now look out, I agree. I think they're headed to the Super Bowl.
This wasn't dominance built on flash. It was built on discipline, precision, and an expectation that winning was the only acceptable result. That kind of standard doesn't fade. It gets passed down.
How do you feel about Tom's ranks now? Is it cemented over? Is he better than either of your guys?
I'm being asked that a lot, but I think it's a whole different era. I think I would have loved to see Tom Brady play in the era that we did. At that time, I don't think quarterbacks, they were protected as much, but you cannot, you cannot deny that he's one of the greatest, and he's putting up outstanding numbers. This would be ring number 6 for him, and he makes everybody better around him.
At New England, was it Bill or was it Tom?
TB12.
Ooh.
I would say TB12. That was a steal for Bill Belichick and the Patriots to draft him in the 6th round. Nobody never knew that Tom was going to win these championships. But you got to look at the hustle with Tom. Tom is one of the most competitive, players on that field. He knows how to move chess pieces on the board. To answer the question, is TB12 100%.
Long after the highlights fade, the habits remain. Studied, respected, and repeated by those chasing the same level of excellence. When players talk about what winning really looks like, this standard is always part of the conversation.
Well, I mean, we've stayed in communication over the years. I think that's every great rival. You gotta keep your friends close and your enemies closer, apparently. But we've had a pretty solid relationship, and it's been really cool to be a part of his team and to see the way he prepares, how seriously he takes it, how great of a teammate he is, how much he cares about his teammates, how much he goes out of his way to really connect with everyone. That's been really refreshing.
Again, number 12 is, I want to get there when I'm 40. I'm going to keep myself up like that. Does that inspire you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's done an unbelievable job. I heard you guys laughing earlier about the avocado thing.
It's crazy.
But what he's done with his body, really from kind of where I'm at now, 34, to where he's at 40 the last 6 years, he's transformed his game. I tease him from time to time. I think he's more athletic in and out of the pocket now. He's running more.
Yeah.
He's moving up in the pocket. He's getting out to throw. He's extending plays, which he really didn't do a lot early in his career. It's a testament to his work ethic and the way he takes care of himself, which obviously with his new book out, he's kind of letting some of the secrets out a little bit. But he knows, he's played a long time, and I think he wants to keep playing. 43, 44, 45. Now with Jimmy G out in San Fran, I think, it's kind of paved the way for him to keep on going.
Comebacks, late drives, impossible situations, handled with the same calm every time. That's when greatness stops being about talent and becomes about trust. Trust from teammates, fear from opponents, and respect that lasts beyond the final whistle.
I want to ask you about this Brady guy. You played him before, Super Bowl 53. You hit him once, but you didn't get a chance to sack him. What'd you learn about playing Brady in a playoff game that can help you today?
He's been there a bunch of times, so he got that experience. Obviously, he's gonna study and find ways to slow the rush down and not let us get them opportunities to get to him. And that's quick passes and things he do and try to establish a run game. But one of the things we talked about as a group, as a D-line, is not to get frustrated. If he's getting the ball out quick, bang, bang, get your hands up, but continue to rush, continue to fly around, because he can't do it every single time. There's going to be plays where he's going to have to hold the ball. And that's the plays that we're going to have to get him down to the ground or put the pressure on him or make him feel uncomfortable to the point he can't step up in the pocket, because we're playing against a great quarterback, and just like any other quarterback in this league, you get to him, you hit him enough, and he feel you around him, you can make him feel uncomfortable, and that's what we got to do to have success in this game.
Great Brady is, but just what you put. I mean, I don't know how you put in one soundbite his career, what he's done, and how much he's meant to the league and that organization.
Well, it doesn't seem like he's stopping anytime soon. I don't know if there's a guy who is more diligent or disciplined in regards to his recovery and his preparation and his mindset, and one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest, and certainly the championships will tell you the greatest. Got a ton of respect for him. I'm playing against him since college, and have a lot of respect and admiration for him.
Greatness isn't defined by one game or one season. It's defined by consistency when everything is on the line, year after year, against the best in the world. The legends who faced it, studied it, and tried to stop it all reached the same conclusion. This wasn't dominance built on hype. It was built on preparation, discipline, and an unmatched standard of excellence. Long after the records are broken and the eras move on, that standard remains, studied by the next generation, respected by the game, and etched permanently into NFL history.